All right, bang. Today is Wednesday. It's February 28th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. We're in Scottsdale. If you're watching us on Rumble or YouTube or any other video platform,
Apple, Spotify,
yeah, wherever.
all that.
If you're listening, you can't see though.
I think Apple, Spotify, they got video.
Yeah.
Do that for us?
Yeah, Rogan. Oh, no.
Not for him, not for
possible.
us. But we are officially
Someday.
in Scottsdale. I know you heard us earlier in the week talking about it. We're here. We're with Portillo's. We got our beautiful Portillo's hot dog club head on the fire over here.
Those are sweet.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
The dogs are great. And I know you're going to give me crap for it, but that's a nice little Portillo's hot
Ed's
dog
gonna just keep
animal.
pushing his dog towards the fire, just
No,
see what
it's-
happens.
no.
It'll be a real shame if this fake dog caught on
Yeah,
fire.
he likes the fake ones that don't
Yeah.
do anything, make any noise,
Yeah.
cause any harm.
No, it's a good stuffed
Doesn't
animal
shed.
dog.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
bag to be pet.
Yeah,
No.
doesn't show him any love or affection.
Anyways, shout out to Portillo's. We're at the Portillo's Palace right now in Scottsdale. Awesome house. We're going to be hitting spring training, interviewing some people.
I think I'm wearing this to Barstool Scottsdale when we go.
Yeah,
Why not? My Portillo's tablecloth sweater.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like
they're great.
I like want to get a mustard stain on this. You know,
It would
Make more
be.
authentic.
It would fit in. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be like, oh, you got something. on your
People would
shirt.
think it's like
Yeah,
they're
designer.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Part of the design. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so shout out Portillo's. We're in Arizona. There's like a bunch of locations here. So
Dude, Portillo's
Yeah.
is taking over America.
Yeah.
McDonald's might be dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to Portillo's. Go to a Portillo's location if you're in Arizona. If you're coming out for spring training, you can get your beefs, you can get your dogs, you can get whatever you want.
I had a Italian beef combo today. Really hit the spot.
Arizona people need to beef up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been walking too many deserts. Get your
Yeah.
Italian beefs, your burgers, your cheese fries, your cokes.
Had a couple of jarred burps on the way up Camelback Mountain today. Too.
Yeah. So we
Those
gotta
will
get
humble ya.
we gotta get right into that. We gotta get right into that. So you just did Camelback.
Yep.
How long did it take you start to finish? Camelback is a hiking
It's a
mountain.
It's a mountain. So it's Camelback Mountain. It's, and they have like trails with like signposts, and in certain parts it's so dangerous that they have like railing and fencing, and but it's not like Everest or anything like that, but it was difficult. It was difficult. And Dave made it sound like, 'cause I used to go to San Diego a bunch, and they have this national park in the golf course. You ever heard of Torrey Pines?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have this where you kind of like, you're hiking and you're going through like these cliffs that overlook the ocean, and that's the way Dave described it, which is like kind of manicured paths. He's like with railings, and it's like, all right, like I'll do that. I'll walk up a mountain. This was not walking up a mountain. This was like you're mountain climbing, and you were literally kind of, I would say, for the majority of, and I mean like probably 51% of it, up and down, you needed 3 points of contact. So like a hand. And both your feet. Sometimes you're sliding on your ass, like, and it was like treacherous. And like you would catch parts where there's like loose gravel, and you like have to catch yourself. And if you, like, people have to get hurt there every year.
But Chief, you went on a hike. Surely you should have known this was coming.
Yeah, how long did it take versus how long Dave told you it would take?
I think his time estimates were actually somewhat accurate, where it would take like a little over an hour up and maybe 40 minutes back, but might have taken us a little bit more than 40 just because we did it in pitch black. We didn't make it. It was pitch black dark. Like, and there was a point where the sun was setting right when we got to the top. And then you still have like that dusky kind of golden hour daylight. And then we went behind this ridge, and it was like, oh, there's no sun anymore. Like, get the iPhone flashlights out. Like, this is a problem. And I rolled my ankles like 100 times because you just couldn't see where you're stepping. And there was no path, and we did get lost at a point. The paths were so difficult to find and use that there was a point where I'm like, we might have to sleep on this mountain.
It sounds like the start of that James Franco movie, 127 Hours or whatever.
Yeah, where he gets this boulder trapped his arm.
Yeah,
I never saw it because it creeped me out so much. That's when he cut off his own arm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to hike there at night?
No, park closes after sunset. But
There you go.
There were, we were definitely the last ones off the mountain, but there were, I hope, but there were people like coming like around the same time.
But we're burying the lead here. That's nice that you went on a hike, but there's more to the story here.
What's the story?
I mean, the story is our friend who's on the grill over there
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah,
Careful.
I'm
Literally.
nervous because anything we could say, he could definitely probably hear us and just storm the
No, he
the fire
undersold it
pit
for sure.
area.
The whole thing looked like the aggro crag. Like that's what it looked like. But it was like steeper, and the aggro crag I think is like plastic and foam. This is like boulders.
aggro crag from Global Guts.
Correct. Do you think people don't know the aggro crag?
I think we're kind of there, sadly.
You know the aggro crag?
I don't think I do.
Oh no.
Context
Yeah.
clues, I figured it out, but
Okay. Damn, that makes me sad. They should just bring that back. I would still watch that. You wouldn't watch aggro crag?
I would. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't watch Global
No.
Guts. Why do you say that?
Because
I
you're one of
love
those guys
show.
that like calls for stuff back and then you just won't.
If it's done
You won't
well.
pay your dues.
what's aggro crack?
So it was this Global Guts where they would do like all these competitions. Like they would do kayaking in a pool with like crazy, so they had all these scores. And the final event was like you had to climb up this fake mountain, and if you get to the top, you like hit the buzzer, and then like it's confetti everywhere, and they give you this like almost it was like a glowing neon green piece of rock.
It was sick.
Yeah, it was really. It was like maybe the second coolest trophy behind the Stanley Cup. It's like Stanley Cup and then the aggro crag.
Trophies draft to be fun.
We should do a trophy. I think I've suggested that.
Yeah, I think
before.
you have, yeah.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just a Nickelodeon game show.
Yeah, but it was great.
Yeah, it was good though. Was Joe Rogan?
That's Fear Factor. I think you're thinking of.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're thinking of Fear Factor, right?
Yeah. I don't
No,
think
this
he
was
did
like a kid
Global
show.
Guts. No, yeah, this was no, it was fucking what's his name?
It was Mo. Was the ref the woman? The British woman was Mo.
What was
Michael
his name?
Malley.
Michael Malley. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't believe I pulled that before you.
Yeah. That was.
You got a foggy brain?
No, I'm okay today actually, but I don't know. A lot of travel.
Yeah.
It's been a long day already. We're got a lot of shit going on this week, so just be busy. But no, so far I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, that was the White Sox Dave experience. Okay, where if he says, come on, you're in for trouble.
Well, it's just one of those things where I kept telling them because last trip he kept saying, we're gonna get up early, we're gonna go do it, and he wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I was like, please go do this today so we don't have to hear about it for the rest of the fucking week.
Yeah. So you owe me. You owe me.
You're the one who showed interest.
Yeah,
though.
Chief took the kids to
but
McDonald's play.
I would have rather have done it like at sunrise than sunset because at least when you're coming back down, you can see where you're fucking walking.
I would have loved for you to just in the dark getting bitten by a rattlesnake, so Dave could just blame it on you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been walking that close to the rattlesnake in the pitch black.
I did get a fucking. I like slipped and I went into like this. It wasn't a cactus; it was like a bush, but it had thorns, and one of them was like stuck like out of my forearm. So I'm like, that's not great. It's just like. It's one, and Lance is just like the cheeriest, happiest guy ever. He's like, wow, I don't know about climbing a mountain, but like we're in Arizona, so I might as well do it. How many times am I gonna have? How many opportunities do I have to climb a mountain? It's like, all right, like that, and that was Lance's attitude. So he kind of like turned the.
Lance could be in a burning building and be like, well, I've been kind of cold lately. So.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
It's a good attitude to have.
That would be Lance. You're exactly right. But yeah, listen, I'm sure we'll get into it on tomorrow's mid show as well because he'll be there to defend himself.
Yeah, this was like the defendant separate
I'm
trial.
kind of surprised. I thought you'd come in here more hot. Like that's
Well, if you go on the mid show accounts, you'll see that the real debate kind of struck there.
Yeah, because like you guys came for people.
Show.
Yeah, like we'll air it somewhere, but like you guys came in. You guys were in a heated argument about Dave underselling how hard it was.
He wanted to do it, and if he had told me the truth about what it was, I probably would not have wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So. Because it was like a treacherous event, and like I was wearing like the Reebok shoes I bought for fashion. Like they're not exactly like hiking boots.
Yeah.
And I do like Dave's calling me a pussy. I had 2 torn ligaments, 2 torn tendons, and they had to shave away the bone in my left ankle. Like it was a major surgery. It took like a year of rehab.
Mm-hmm. And be prepared for him to list his injuries.
He's like, I've never broken a bone. I've never had any injuries. Like,
is that what he said?
Yeah, it's true. He has. So it's like and then he was like, he had the backpack on. He had a couple of waters in there. And what she said weighed 30 pounds. Bullshit. He had like 6 waters in there. It's probably about 4 extra pounds. And I'm like, you run and work out every day. I have like an extra 100 pounds carrying on my body. Okay, so like it's not the same.
Dave might be a good fitness trainer. He could be the next Sean T. Beachbody.
Yeah. I will say that, like, and I don't want to say this in front of Dave, I do feel good when I do hard shit. That was hard, and I would not have done it on my own. So, to your point, like
Wow,
yeah.
that's a nice
Can you say what you said before the show?
What I said, I don't remember.
He did it for.
Oh, that was like the. I don't even know what that meant. But Dave,
so perfect.
We were like,
it's like such a villain line.
we were like halfway up, and I'm like, Dave had to do Camelback. You had to do Camelback, and I was like worried because I'm seeing the sun going down. I'm like, it's like this is gonna be a problem. We saw, as we're going up, there are people coming down, and they're like, you can see the look on their face, like they're exhausted. They're like complaining. They're being very careful, and some people are like quitting after like the first leg, and I'm like, this is going down is actually going to be worse and like more dangerous. And I had to do it. Had to do Camelback. It was like, I did this for you. It's like you've been talking about it for a fucking year. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Tom? That he said he did it for him.
Yeah, that was his gift for me this weekend. For this.
Of course it's real. Dave is not scripted.
There's no bits.
He was talking about it at O'Hare, on the plane, at the Arizona airport. He
talked
did it
about
for
it
you.
all last trip, Dan.
Yeah.
He didn't stop.
He did that. He did that for me. I did
get
get some fire sunset pics. So
He's like, I did that for
Look
you.
out for
You needed that.
yeah.
Well, we'll get into
Joe will
it
say it
tomorrow. It's
tomorrow,
like Danny said, this show is like, sometimes you can't have the stick and the spoke.
Yeah.
So this is where like
Yeah.
the wheels go and the wheel's actually able to speak. Tomorrow the stick will be in the spoke.
It sometimes just becomes our post show for dealing with White Sox Dave.
Yeah,
It's like our only show we're not on with him.
It does, yeah. But we could keep moving on.
Yeah.
But like any other Arizona and general thoughts going into the week?
I just can't be hydrated here. Like I had a giant bottle of water on the hike. Like I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know how many, 24 ounces, like big thing of water. Another one as soon as I got back in the car, another 8, 12 ounces, whatever it was. Had another one in the house. I'm thirsty as fuck every single day. This air, I just can't.
Dryness.
I could never live here.
Well, last year was
my
your first
nose.
time, right?
I feel, yeah. Well, no, I'd been here like high school or college, like 18, 19 years old, something like that. But I feel like I got rocks in my nose too. Like your boogers are just like hard.
Mm-hmm.
I feel okay.
You feel okay?
Yeah.
Today, I feel fine. Last year, though, I remember just constantly being dehydrated. SpongeBob and Sandy's
Yeah. Shout out Portillo's actually gave us a whole bag of like 15 things of chapstick.
Yes. And these
Big.
nice red
Nalgene bottles.
Was that Portillo's branded chapstick?
Yes.
Yes.
I-
It's like chocolate cake shake flavor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chapstick.
I just love companies that have the little, like they have their own golf balls, they have their own deck of
They have
cards.
everything.
Who would ever thought Portillo's sells decks of cards?
there's like a 500 piece puzzle.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
We might have to complete the puzzle.
We need to do more of that like we did before. Barstool Chicago. Eddie had his own puzzle. We had the Barstool Chicago
Yeah, we did
socks,
have the puzzle.
little niche items like that.
Yeah.
We should sell our own hacky sack.
I feel like the hacky sack trend has died in the office.
Oh, yeah. It has.
Me and
Yeah.
Luke were hitting it around the other week.
For you?
Yeah, I think I jumped in on
Yeah.
that. But it's like we just got too much other stuff.
Yeah, we can't be hacky sacking all day at
That
the
was
old
great for the
Belmont
Belmont
office.
office.
There'd be like
Yeah.
construction workers trying to get around us. We're in the back hallway hacky
Hacky
sacking. Like,
sacking.
we're busy here.
Those were our activities. It was you guys doing hacky sack, and then Fasoli and I would play one-on-one on Papa Shot. That was about it.
It's like a
At the
halfway
end.
house.
But I was thinking about this today, Danny, and Tom too. We did like you and I went through a hooks phase there.
Mm-hmm.
We went through a darts phase. We went through a Papa Shot phase. We have so many games here at this house where it's like mini golf, billiards. We have giant chess.
We just covered a
ping pong,
bocce board on that side.
bocce bags. Like we should have like backyard Olympics here
A little
too.
decathlon? Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do that. We
Yeah.
could absolutely do that.
And Chief, I actually didn't even show you yet. In my room, there's the original hooks, the one that's on the wall and you swing it.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's a big.
Is it
Oh,
I've
big?
seen it in Florida a
There's
lot.
a
Yeah,
bar
it's
in-
big.
Yeah, there's a bar
It's a
in
big thing
NOLA.
in like down south. It's
Yeah.
like a standard bar game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you like.
I've only ever seen the ones that we have.
Yeah, you're about
Oh,
to get
really?
smoked in a new sport.
Yeah, they're cool.
I bet you were wondering why I brought you here.
Because it's a fucking backyard decathlon. I got a couple regular points of topic if we want to get into
Let's
that.
do that.
What's on your mind, kid?
I mean, this is a lot. A lot is
Let's
on
hear
my
it.
mind. This might be more of a draft tweet. Which
That's a segment on the
yes,
show.
have you ever done draft tweets?
Draft tweets.
Yeah,
Just
have you ever-
not fully formed ideas that probably aren't funny enough.
No,
We're
I,
gonna say
I,
anyways.
I let those rip and then get killed for them.
Yeah,
So
Chief's a volume tweeter already.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping on that. I'm like fucking rewording it and like fuck it. I'm keeping it in the drafts forever. Got drafts in there since
the
2017.
only time they're in the drafts is when like I have bad service and it did go through, failed to send.
What's yours, Ed?
I watched a movie on the plane. I was looking. I did the under 90 minutes thing or whatever. I was going to
Yep.
do like Cloverfield. Then something caught my eye. 500 Days of Summer.
Oh, great little movie.
You ever hear that? Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Zoe Deschanel and what's his face?
Yeah, and there was that penis
Marty
scene.
Soul.
The penis scene?
Yeah, where they yell penis.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. It's draft tweet, so bear with me here. But
Okay.
It's so stupid.
It's an open mic.
Yeah, I know. This really is this is open mic night. Kind of weird that there's two differences in the penis slang. Like if you call someone a dick, they're an asshole.
Yeah.
If you call someone a weenie, they're like a wimp.
That's
Okay.
true.
How does
I
that
like
make
this.
sense?
And
Lance?
if you're a big weenie, you want to have a big weenie,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be a big weenie.
yeah,
And there's something to being called a penis. It's rare, but it does
Yeah.
mean something totally different.
Yeah.
Usually have to be bald.
yes, yeah, dude, that sucks for ball guys.
Yeah. That was like the line, Tom Hanks line in the girl baseball movie. What's that movie called?
League of Their Own.
Yeah, League of Their
Yeah.
Own. He gets kicked out for saying the ump looks like a penis with his hat on.
Yeah,
Immediate ejection. And rightfully so. Can't say that.
What does it really mean when someone calls you a hand job? That's another rare one.
I think that's kind of like you're like a jerk off.
But like, okay, I was thinking
Right,
like,
like-
are they just? Is it derogatory towards hand jobs because they're so boring?
I'm not going to
that's
turn
a
my
good
nose
point.
up at a hand job.
I didn't.
No,
I
of
never,
course not.
I had never thought of it that way.
I'm glad I could open your
To
mind.
be honest.
So we got what? We got dick, weenie, penis, occasionally,
Hey, what else do we have?
I mean, dickhead.
dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the head. Or if you just start calling someone, you're a dick shaft.
yeah, but see,
You fucking shaft.
You
I could
fucking
see some
But you got
Southside
shafted.
Chicago guys saying
You got
that.
shafted, which
Yeah,
kind of means you got fucked.
a dickhead is more like an idiot, but a dick is an asshole.
I don't
kinda
think so.
a dickhead is
Really?
an asshole too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No.
a fucking dickhead.
You think so?
But it
Yeah.
could. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
A dickhead could be.
This guy's an absolute dickhead. Look at him merge into that
Yeah.
lane of traffic.
Right. Right.
know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's another thing about Arizona. A lot of dickhead drivers out here.
And you're one of them.
No way.
I'm kidding. Look at that.
The guy, I've been driving everywhere for this crew for like a year.
I that was a purely reactional line.
Yeah.
That's why I said that, because I appreciate that you drive.
But they do this thing where, you know how like when you're at an intersection and you're making that left and you're waiting for traffic to come through and it's yellow, they don't pull in the intersection.
I hate that.
They
There's a
just
couple
stay at
cities
the
that
white
do
line, and it's like, how can an entire state? Like, I feel like it just takes like one person to start doing it the right way.
that. Dude, I don't know.
If we keep traveling, we're gonna have to look up the rules. Some states you can't turn on red at all. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Iowa is like that.
Iowa?
Yeah.
They barely even have stoplights.
Where you go, and like in Chicago, you see that if there's no turn on red sign, it's assumed you could turn on red.
Right.
There, you just can't ever.
Yeah.
We don't realize how fucking good we have it.
Yeah, I guess not. And they don't really have
But then
traffic.
they get you with those red light cameras, though.
Yeah.
They don't have traffic in Iowa, do they?
Not-
Do you think we'll get to a point where every stoplight has the green arrow?
No, I don't think they can.
Why?
Because I think sometimes, like a green arrow, you have to have a left turn lane, first of all, for the most part. Like there are some exceptions to the rule
Yeah.
where they let you just turn left. But I think that's a better point. Like you need to get to a spot where there's a left turn lane.
But I'm saying the green arrow, meaning like you can go. You don't have to wait for green. You have your own fucking arrow. First it's green arrow, then the
gotta be
people
a-
not turning get the green.
It's got to be kind of a hard thing for colorblind people.
True.
If you have, you know, those ones where they have like 5 lights with like different, you know, you have like your red and then your yellow and then like your turn signals. And then
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you're colorblind, I don't know what the fuck that is because it's not the normal 3 stack.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Had not thought of that. I'm not colorblind.
Yeah.
Well, I played in the bocce league. I there's the balls are like it's like a brick house red is one of them, and the other one is like a green, like a hard green, like a I don't know how to
like
explain
Christmas
it.
colors kind of.
Yeah, like a hard, kind of like Chris, but like darker, like a little shade
like a hunter
darker.
green.
Yeah, like a hunter green. It's a
Okay.
good point. And this one guy we played against, like I'm colorblind, Like, dude, how do you play? You know,
The whole game was looking at those balls.
like what,
Yeah.
dude? I was throwing it back.
I've definitely brought this story up before, but it's just like a concrete brain moment for me. My buddy's gonna hate me for it again, but he's colorblind, and like he was just starting to kind of realize he was. We were probably like 14, and he was realizing like it was only between certain colors. So like he'd be like, "Oh, that's red." We're like, "Oh yeah, you're good." But then when like green comes around, he's like, "Why are you wearing like brown pants or whatever?" I was like, dude, I think you got it, dude. And we're on a CTA bus, and they would have like these camo green, like waste paper baskets in front.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, can you throw some of that garbage up there to me? I'm like, where? He's like, that like brown one over there. I'm like, the green one? He's like, that's definitely brown. And this girl interjects. She goes, that's green. He goes, really? And it was so funny because like the week before he was wearing these white and purple shorts. And someone was fucking with him like, oh, why are you wearing fucking purple around like that? He's like, they're fucking blue, idiot. Like, no, dude, they're not.
What?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's tough. Like, how do color like?
How do you know?
Yeah,
especially
like-
when it's just with specific
Have you ever
colors.
seen Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah, oh yeah,
No.
that was the
Oh.
scene for me. I was in the bus with him while he was screaming.
Yeah. So like, there's this kid, the character, one of the brother in the movie, wants to be a Air Force fighter pilot.
I think just a pilot.
I thought it was specifically, but whatever.
Regardless.
He wanted to be a pilot, and he like took a vow of silence. It's like he's not talking. So the guy doesn't talk the entire movie, and then they're on this like cross country trip, and they have like these books, like almost look like 3D art, which is fucking fake. We actually did that in the Dells too, and I was just as frustrated at that as I was in second grade. But he was like looking at this thing where it like basically tests you for color blindness.
Yeah, it
He,
was like almost a little kid book. His
and
little
he
sister
like
had
failed it, and then realized he couldn't be a pilot because you can't fly if you're colorblind, and he had like a mental breakdown. And I was like, damn, that's tough for that kid. He's kind of an asshole.
I can't believe you've never seen that.
Yeah.
Once you say colorblind, that's like you immediately think of that scene.
Little Miss
The,
okay.
the
Yeah.
most famous colorblind scene that'll ever be.
Your movie catalog has got some major holes in it.
Yeah, I've never denied that.
Yeah, maybe venture out of the slasher murder.
I literally just watched a fucking rom-com. Not even a com, just like a pure sad romance movie on the way
Yeah.
here. And I watched so that was good. That was like it was like a thinker almost.
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer. It
Yeah.
was like kind of
It's like your coming of age breakup movie.
yeah, a little philosophical, so to
Yeah.
speak. Then I watched After the Bite. You ever seen that?
No.
That was interesting. Let me tell you about it, but after I want to tell you about Stella Blue Coffee. At Stella Blue Coffee, we believe good coffee is one of life's non-negotiables. Stop drinking those boring, tasteless, big coffee beans and turn to Stella Blue. Remember, your mornings are sacred. It's time to start treating them that way. Not only are Stella Blue Coffee's premium beans sourced with the most coffee-rich geographies on Earth, but they are Big Cat tested and approved, which is obviously more important. Stella Blue Coffee's delicious roasts are available in cold brew, K-Cups, ground, and whole bean formats to seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine. Oh, and every bag helps. Every bag sold helps save dogs. Take back your mornings today by heading to StellaBlueCoffee.com. Use promo code WALK for 20% off any order of $25 or more, or find Stella Blue Coffee on Amazon, available for next day delivery. Again, promo code WALK for 20% off any order of $25 or more on StellaBlueCoffee.com. Go check it out.
That's a good deal. And
Yeah.
like we're spoiled with this new office in a million different ways. Having infinite Stella Blue just brewing all the time.
It's nice.
It's a nice perk.
I got a Keurig from Memes in the White Elephant, and every day I'm just popping in the Stella Blue K cups that I definitely didn't steal from the office, and
I don't think I
drinking
ever
to start my day.
I'm gonna go back to After the Bite, but I don't think I ever aired out my Secret Santa or whatever.
Oh,
What a fucking Montreal screw job that was.
What'd you get?
I got a Wolverine claw.
What's
And
you
it
sound
that?
pissed.
Bro, it was a $50 minimum.
Okay.
Like, I didn't really care, but people were mad for me. Like, dude, that's bullshit.
Oh,
You
it
should be
wasn't like a
pissed.
metal one. Remember, like Dan bought
No,
one
no,
on
no.
eBay.
This one, no, bro. This. I looked it up. It was at Target for $12
Oh, that's not great.
for $50. Now I bought a big ass thing of Garrett's. It was and it was over 50.
Yeah,
it was like
I went with
75.
you to
Yeah, it was
get
like
it.
70
Yeah.
bucks. Remember?
Is it like a Hulk hand, but for Wolverine?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
It's kind of sweet though.
I wanted to pull the footage to the Jagoff who bought the Wolverine hand was.
Damn.
So then
Call him out.
There was part about it. Well, like I said, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But people
I
are
didn't
like,
participate in that.
dude, that's bullshit. You should be fucking mad. I'm like, nah, it's whatever. Like, what are you gonna do?
What was the best thing? What was the thing you wanted there?
Dan's gift was the best thing.
What was it?
It was like tickets to Blackhawks game.
Oh, yeah,
And
pretty good.
maybe
And a Cubs game.
And a Cubs game, yeah. Tickets to both, yeah. His was the best.
It's a nice prize pack. Who
Yeah.
got that?
I forget. It got stolen a bunch.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't believe we're talking about this in almost March, but here we
It's
are.
time you let it
So
out.
I forgot about
this.
this.
It's definitely not on my mind anymore.
I wasn't, but we're here to talk about stuff, and I never talked about this.
Come forward, whoever bought that Wolverine claw.
Yeah, I kind of want
in
to
the White Elephant Barstool Christmas party event.
But the funny thing was I gave it to my nephew for Christmas.
He's a regifter.
I gave it to him. What do you want me to do with it? It was a fucking $12 claw.
You at least
hand.
him anything
You
else?
at least tested it out.
Yeah, I got
right?
him something else too.
Okay, all right.
And then the other one liked it more, so I had to go back and I had to buy another one for the other nephew.
Damn.
Because
You need two to begin with, right? You can't just be rocking one Wolverine claw.
Yeah.
like
that's
the
how
Hulk
it comes.
games.
That's how it comes.
Your
How old are
equilibrium's
these?
off.
How old are these nephews?
One was 4, one was like 3.
Okay, they're still little then. Would you ever buy them when they get a little bit older, sock and boppers, and just let them beat the shit out of each other?
Dude,
Sock and boppers were awesome back in the day.
they were awesome, but like CT's also not awesome. So like, I don't know.
I'm 10 years old, my brother. I used to scramble his brain. He gave me a bloody nose with it actually one time.
Dude,
he was like
vicious.
8 and he like popped me in like a full bloody nose on Christmas.
There's nothing worse than when the little brother gets
Yeah.
one on you.
Yeah.
The rare instance.
Yeah, he
Guys,
actually.
I don't have a little brother, so that must be tragic.
Yeah, it's not great. That's
After
why I don't
the
play
bite.
with basketball anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, do you want to talk about that?
No, he just beats me. He's more athletic than me.
Do you want to talk more about how your brother beats you?
No.
Great topic change. It was very. I'm surprised you don't know about it. It's Cape Cod. Like some kid got eaten by a shark in like 2018.
Eaten?
Yeah, not eaten. Sorry, my apologies.
killed
he got,
though?
he got attacked by a shark.
Shark had an appetizer.
Yeah,
He got like his leg or something.
He like bit him, and the kid died. Unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the kid.
Yeah.
So the kid died.
So he did eat him.
Yeah, and like it's just like the rise of shark attacks in Cape Cod, and it's because of the Marine Act or the Animal Marine Act, and that I think it was Nixon signed back in like the 70s.
And now it's like coming home to roost.
And now it's like, so you can't kill the seals, and now so seals are overpopulated off the coast of Cape Cod, and now they are bringing in the great whites, and the great whites are attacking people over there. And now it's all like the animal people are like, fuck you, that's their
Yeah.
ocean. And then the people are like, well, fuck you, we shouldn't be getting attacked by sharks. Like,
Chomped.
we got to like
Yeah.
figure this out too. Like,
Gotta
we
be a
want
balance.
we want the seals to live, but like they're overpopulated. We're not saying extinct their ass, but
Yeah.
like fucking they could stand to lose
I
a
don't
few.
know.
I don't know. It was very interesting.
Maybe I'll watch it on the flight home.
You should.
Yeah.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all about the under 90-minute movies on the flight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like
I almost put on Oppenheimer today because it's like a over 4-hour
Yeah.
flight. You can get the whole movie in.
that's intense for a flight though.
I always get like a little weird out circling through movies where there's nudity. I had a grandma sitting next to me today, and I was like looking through the selection. I'm like, there's tits in that, and I think so. Wedding Crashers was on there. What's the one with Siegel? Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where his dick is out there. I'm like, I can't watch this. I got this
Yeah.
85-year-old lady sitting next to me.
She
So
wouldn't mind Siegel.
yeah, she might like that.
She might. But no, that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
You gotta watch. I watched Fast Times, and I was like, well, you can't fast forward the Phoebe Cates
Yeah.
scene, but like you also can't be watching that on a plane.
Right, and then the
Cover your screen.
Oppenheimer has a nude scene too.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I was like, I'm just gonna listen to podcasts. Nothing is safe.
Yeah,
so
it's like superimposed Florence Pugh or something like that. Or like
it's superimposed.
no, it's like it's something's fake. I don't think it's real.
All right,
To my knowledge, I could be wrong.
I didn't think those titties looked that great in that scene. Anyways.
Tom, you would
So,
know. Florence Pugh was not naked in
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, right?
I mean, she's naked.
Yeah, but I don't think that was really her. I thought it was a stunt double. Because that's a big thing now. Like, they're not, like, Cersei in the Walk of Shame was not naked.
Yeah, but you can tell how it's shot because, like, Cersei, it was like from behind or like.
Yeah.
So he's saying Cersei is from behind or neck down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, then I apologize for the comment about not liking her tits.
Okay.
'Cause I didn't think
If I'm a female actress, I might be saying, give me them CGI titties.
Jennifer Lawrence just did it in that comedy, I heard.
Yeah,
She went
no,
full
it was-
frontal, right?
It was a big deal,
Yeah.
because she's like an A-lister.
Right.
I'll have to check that out.
A-listers typically don't do that, and she was just like, let
She's
it
a
all
cool
out.
girl.
Yeah, but no, honestly, like I kind of like, she was good in that movie.
I haven't
was fun.
seen it.
Yeah, it
No.
was it was okay,
Okay.
but she was good. What else we got? I got something, but my brain's fogged up.
Yeah. I could tell it was fogged up. You denied being foggy like half an hour ago. You're foggy.
I'm not that foggy.
What do you think's the worst? The worst thing you've witnessed in a like little league game, whether it was grade school football, basketball, like a fail.
I mean, I have one that I did myself.
Let's hear it.
So I was like probably 5, like early T-ball, and I got a hit, and it's chaos. So I get to third, and the coach starts yelling, "Run back, run run!" So I'm like, "Run back!" So I went from third to second. I got tagged out at first, and they're like, "You're out," because there's 2 guys on first base. I cried my eyes out and didn't play baseball day until my senior year of high school.
You were just building sandcastles in the outfield from then on out.
Yeah, no, that was the end. I don't think I played after that. That was the end of my season. Was that day? I'm like, fuck this game.
You got to know when to hang it up.
I've got a couple, but what's yours specifically? That's
I was talking to someone from grade school the other day, and he reminded me of it. But it was 5th grade, and it was our last basketball game of the season. We had only won 1 game all season, and this was the team we were playing again that we could potentially beat. Last game of the season.
Damn, you guys are fucking shit.
So bad. Our coaches just bailed on us. But
I see. Didn't you guys have like the same 5th grade coach for like 40 years?
yeah, it was more the 6th grade coach that screwed us.
Oh,
But regardless.
dude, that guy's a legend.
Oh yeah, shout out Coach Hogan. But so 4th quarter, kid gets fouled, 0.1 seconds on the board, 2 free throws. If he makes 1, we tie. If he makes 2, we win. Airballs both.
Oh no!
Fucking Oglesby,
I mean,
airballing both.
I do have.
How do you not get the yips forever after
Oh,
that?
that you have to.
Yeah.
You and I feel like that translates into everything. Everything you do in life.
He did.
Like he's the guy who doesn't pull forward in the intersection. He's too scared.
He did.
Stays at the white line.
Yeah, he uncoincidentally transferred the next year.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't because of that.
That
but-
happened to the similar thing happened to my like one of my best friends. He
Former.
yeah. He got fouled at the buzzer, and we were down 2, and or we were down 1. We were down 1 or 2, whatever. He gets fouled at the buzzer, definitely a shooting foul, but the refs like fucked it all up, and they like went and they huddled, and they're like, all right. 1-1. They're like, dude, how is that 1-1? Like, he's clearly going up. Like, so like my dad was a coach too, so he's like going back at it with the guy, and then finally like everyone goes like, then they're like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. It's 1-1. So like whatever, already got fucked in that, and then everyone's lined up for the free throw. The ref calls timeout. You can't call timeout with no time on the clock. So like you're making this kid think about it, and then finally,
iced him.
since there was no time on the clock, they pulled everyone off the free throw line. So it was
That makes
literally
it worse.
Yeah, it was just him and the basket. Everyone's on the benches, and he didn't
You might as well
airball.
have the stage light on him.
He bricked it, and like the place is going nuts. And like it was at Juliana's loud ass gym.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they like fucked up the acoustics.
Dude, a brick is sneakily worse. Like you can understand an airball, like depth perception. Brick, you're like just hawking it at the back.
And it wasn't like a bad brick. It was one of those that hits the back of the rim,
okay.
and it bounces just really high up. So he was like not like that far off, but like it was still like
You're
what
an
a-
inch off, but you're a mile.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. What a like haunting thing,
Yeah.
or like a scarring thing to happen to
no,
him.
no
A
kid should
sixth-
ever go through that.
Exactly, 6th
So-
or 7th grader.
This isn't exactly the same, but I think it's way more embarrassing. So it was my sister's best friend's brother who was my age. We were like not really good friends, but we hung out a lot because our sisters, whatever. He was on the swim team. He gets up on the blocks, feels he has a fart. Speedo, shits his pants, running down his leg. He was Pooper Dan. This happened like I think junior year is varsity, and he was Pooper Dan. He's probably still Pooper Dan.
Oh man,
Pooper Dan.
he'd be a meme right now if it was
Yeah.
back then.
Dude, you feel bad for the poop person. Like, you know how they say like every college is like a poop girl?
Mm-hmm.
No,
You ever heard that before?
no.
It's more, I feel like grade school. Like you never forget the girl Peter Pants in 3rd grade.
Yeah, but then there's always that girl. Like, it's pretty typical in college. Like a girl will.
Are you just
Shit
judging
pants.
off the one famous gun girl?
No,
Oh,
no.
I forgot about her. What's she up
I
to?
don't know. It's a good question.
Shitting around.
Tom? Tom's back for the trip. I just feel like I got to fuck with him a little bit. It's the first time we
So
worked
she
with
pooped.
him.
I think that
Yeah.
was the end of her career.
Who?
Poop girl.
Nah, she was doing some wild man on the street shit. I think it was like political. I don't
Oh,
fucking know.
Yeah.
I forgot that she doubled down as that, but I don't think that
Yeah.
was true. I think people just like made up rumors about her because they didn't like her. Oh,
Dave
Yep.
said the fire
So
alarm.
fire
went off.
alarms are
There's the
going off.
fire alarm.
White
It's
Sox
about
Dave.
that time.
Yeah.
Get a phone clip.
10 times out of 10, I'd like to note that I did make a frozen pizza and there was no fire alarm.
You weren't cooking steaks.
He's cooking them on the grill.
What is he doing in there?
I
then?
don't know what's going on. He maybe
Yeah.
couldn't get the grill to start.
This guy. Yeah, that's definitely not his fault.
Where we've all been outside the whole time. It's somehow going to be one of our faults.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be brilliant to see how he spends it.
1000%.
You bought the wrong steaks.
You didn't tell me where the extinguisher was at.
There's so many good ones of these though, dude. Like people like just colossal.
Have you ever had one? I mean, you said you had the yips since you missed. You had a sprained ankle, Queen of All Saints.
It's got to be like a big moment, first off, right?
Yeah. So like I have one that it's not significant at all, but like, dude, same thing. I can't Queen of All Saints every fucking time for me. We played them 7th grade football playoffs and we threw an interception to this defensive lineman. This guy, I swear to God, he was the next coming of Reggie White. His name was Matt Bunzel. This guy was a motherfucker. Like you go up against this kid, you're
fucked,
like,
yeah.
you're like,
Pick
oh
to
my
a
God.
D lineman. That's
Yeah,
tough.
so yeah, like this kid was that fast, like that athletic, or he picked it off a screen, okay, and like he was like 3 stripes or some shit. So like he started running back to the house, and like I don't know, my instinct was to chase him, but like I literally it was like a 60-yard thing,
Yeah.
and I just wasted a 60-yard sprint chasing this kid because he couldn't do it. I just ran it back, and I did like a half-ass dive at the end, and everyone, my buddies will give me shit once in a while. I'm like, dude, why'd you chase him? It's a fucking stripe. You can't run the ball. You know what I mean?
Even on a play like that, you're not.
No,
allowed to?
you're not allowed to. No,
Okay.
you're not allowed to. But that's like, I mean, that's very tame.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that sticks out in my head. I'm trying to. There's definitely more.
Remember, we had a Christmas tournament where we were in overtime, and they were like dumping the puck in, and the kid let the goal in from center ice. Like that was like I still remember that. Still remember that. I can't remember his name, but I can remember his fucking face, and he had like kind of a mullet haircut. I'm like, this fucking guy.
You got to go full Steve Bartman after
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Witness
I got-
protection.
I got another one. Sorry, another one of like my best friends. We were playing in some tournament in Barrington basketball. It was like 6th grade, and it was like we were playing St. Anne's of Barrington, something like that. And we were up by one possession, 1 or 2, and we were inbounding from, they were pressing, and there was 2 seconds left. So legit, all you have to do is kind of throw the ball, and then you're gonna waste the 2 seconds, and we're gonna win. It's like it's on ice.
Yeah.
He winds up, throws the ball, it hits the top of the backboard, so it was an out of bounds. Like so.
Oh my
So
god.
it turns into like us just having to loft it in, and it's just 2 seconds. You dribble it out, you win.
Yeah.
So they get the ball 2 seconds under their own basket. And like that was another thing. Like my buddy always says, he's like, I've never seen your dad so speechless. He just looked at me like, Mike, why, Mike, why, just why? And,
Would you ever coach youth sports?
dude, I would love to. In another world, that's my life for sure.
Yeah.
What did your dad coach? Basketball and that it?
Basketball.
How was
Just
it being?
basketball?
How was it being coach's son?
I mean, we would fucking butt heads all the time. It was just, yeah, it was, but it was fine.
Would he be strict if you were on the bench? Like, Dad, we should do this.
Would he be like? What do you mean?
Like, would he yell at you if you suggested a play during a game?
What kind of playing time did your dad give you?
I was definitely one of the better kids, so I
Okay.
played. But I missed like all of 7th grade with my broken ankle.
Yeah.
And then I was like, 8th grade I came back. I just wasn't the same. But 6th grade I was pretty good. 5th, 6th grade I was definitely. But we went 13-1, I think. We were good. But yeah, the yips. I'm telling you, they're real.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed your dad didn't coach the yips out of you after that. Now knowing that he's a
tried.
basketball
Like
coach.
him and the assistant coach, they tried to do some weird ass drill. I'll never forget this, and I'll always credit this even more. This affected the whips in a negative light. Like it helped me go towards the wrong path again. They put on one of those fucking, those stupid Velcro things, mitts.
Oh yeah, you throw the tennis ball.
Yeah. And you catch it, and you rip it up, and you throw it back.
I liked those.
They had that as your guide hand, and then you were shooting with your I don't know where they saw this drill.
How does that help?
I don't know, but I swear it fucked me up even more.
You got to blame it on something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that would help. Are they trying to just get you to not shoot it with 2 hands? Then
yes, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to
should throw like an oven mitt on you or something.
Yeah, so like their mind was in the right place. Like they're like, you can't shoot from your chest. Like you're gonna get blocked, and you want to go to the next whatever. And so we were that stupid. I'll never forget that. But it honestly fucked me up way worse.
Never recovered.
No doubt about it. I never recovered.
Probably would have gone D1.
This would be a good segment. If anyone out there, someone definitely got some good ones, like the worst. And I know a really bad one will hit me at some
like
point.
not top 10 for grade school.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have any other. Well, a lot of my teams are so bad, especially as I got older.
Really? So I do remember what I wanted to get to. We could probably kind of end on this. Is you never had the opportunity to recap your Dells experience because you missed yesterday's mid show.
Oh.
So
it was kind of what I expected. It was way more packed than I thought it would be because the weekend before was President's Day weekend, and from the Illinois area, that's kind of a big weekend to go up to Wisconsin and do things. I got to experience most of the wilderness, rode the dark hole, went in the hot tub, so now who knows what I'm swimming with. But all in all, it was exactly what I expected. The cabin was amazing. It kind of made up for everything else. But, left feeling absolutely disgusting, wanted to go get checked for every disease. But, again, when you're in the Dells, it's like Vegas. You're being gross, but you're there for a good time.
You had, there was a moment where you're like, I'm going to stay an extra night.
I had a moment of weakness, a big moment of weakness in the hot tub.
And then you, went and did something else and came back like, I got to go home right now.
What happened? There was some micro reason why I was like, shit, I kind of got to be home in the morning.
I think one of the things you said was, I can't imagine sitting in the middle seat in that Nissan Altima.
Too. Donnie was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, and I kind of wanted to go to Tommy Bartlett with you guys, and so I wasn't going to leave and then go back to the fucking water park. That's insane.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it was the video will be out March 8th, right, Lance? Yeah. So look out for that.
Quick shout out to this guy on Twitter, Juan Damien. The only interactions we've ever had is he would occasionally DM me every couple months just saying Wisconsin Dells. And he saw we were going. He gave us some good spots. And he said he was mad there wasn't an expert on to discuss the Dells, but maybe one day.
Eddie's kind of an expert.
Yeah.
I kind of am.
Yeah.
King of the lazy river.
At one point, Chief just looked at me. He's like, Ed, how many times have you been here?
Like at least 10 or 15.
I felt like I was fucking Pat from Camp Hope. I don't know if you guys probably aren't heavyweights guys.
But it's one of those things.
19 years.
Yeah. Well, you're not you're not good with directions, I would say.
What do you mean?
You're like Mr. Waze. You got to look at everything. But we get up to the Dells, and you're like, oh, take a right up here. Go around. You knew all the back alleys, all the way the loops around. I think that was the first time you were not dependent upon Waze.
You were like, Waze doesn't know.
Yeah.
You turned it off.
It's not that I'm horrible. It's just I trust it a lot. But a small town like that where basically there are 2 or 3 strips, you kind of know where.
Yeah. And there's landmarks everywhere.
Yes.
So exactly. That's Mount Olympus.
Yeah.
It is a sight to behold, though, man. Like that, I don't know what the fuck they're doing at Mount Olympus, but there's some corkscrew Ferris wheel water slide. That is
can
wild.
you imagine never going to the Dells and passing through there on a road trip and seeing upside down White House next to the Science Museum?
Yeah, imagine some truck driver who's supplying Paul Bunyan's with their donuts,
and it looks like he's driving into the apocalypse.
It's how do you because I can't imagine that upside down White House is cheap to build. It's got to be it's big.
Yeah, but let me tell you, it's been there for 20 years now.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, let's say the value is $500,000 to build something like that. how the fuck do you write a business plan to get funding? Be like, here's my idea. We're going to build a chaos upside down White House in just the middle of a parking lot. And someone's like, hey, great idea.
It is shocking how like niche the Dells really is, I realized, because even like Riggs today, who's from St. Louis, didn't know about it. I was talking to people from Michigan, like Wisconsin Dells. I was like, wow, it's really just like Illinois and Wisconsin that go there.
I saw it, Illinois, Wisconsin. I saw a lot of Minnesota, like Twins merch and Viking stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. As I go to Minocqua sometimes, my friends' family has a place up there, and there's a lot of Minnesota people up there. But that makes more sense. That's 5 hours north.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of close to St. Paul and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It was funny seeing like the few stoolies we did see at the water park. Like, dude, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we're riding water slides and we're getting a video. That's what we're here for. And
some chicken tenders.
But yeah, Chief was miserable.
Yeah, I hate it there. I'll never go back.
Would you go back if I did it like my way?
What's your way?
We didn't go to the water park because everything besides the water park you were fine with, right?
Oh yeah, I like Tommy Bartlett's. I was excited to go. Like I brought my bathing suit. I was like ready to swim and do everything. I went when I was like 13 and I had a good time. But like, I don't know that. I feel like we'd have to find a time where it was completely dead. Like, what's your least busy day of the year? I'll try it that day.
But like for those that don't know, Chief was a land mammal the whole time at the water park capital. You can't go to Wisconsin. Going to Wisconsin Dells and not swimming is like going to Vegas and not gambling. Like, what are you really going for?
Yeah, that's pretty much the equivalent. Like
That's a terrible analogy.
Why? It's the water park capital. You're not swimming. What else are you going to go there for?
I mean,
the food's not amazing.
The food was not good.
You sat in a chicken tender hut for 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. I would have if I felt like we needed it, but like I didn't want it.
Like we were covered. Like I think I said it on the video.
Yeah,
and it got clipped today. It was
like I did not want to go in once I was there, and then when it was like, oh, we're gonna leave Donnie's wife with the gear, so I'm like, let her go.
Yeah, you actually did come up clutch because someone had to watch the gear.
Yeah. So I was fine to volunteer for that, but I was on the way there. I was excited, and then as soon as I walked in, I was like, nope.
I had second thoughts too. I just went right under the bucket and took one, completely dry. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I just popped in the lazy river, and then I popped into a pool basketball area where I played an 11-year-old and
crushed him.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
We got some footage of that too.
Yeah.
So I'm 11-year-old. Like the best thing to do to these kids too is like. Because he saw Lance was filming. He's like, you got a YouTube channel? I was like, yeah, man. He's like, really? Can I be on it? I was like, you want to play one-on-one? He's like, sure. And then like we went into it. And then I was like, all right, we're going to have to blur the kid's face. He's 11 or we'll figure something out. And then we're leaving and we see the kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, you got 120,000 subscribers. He was so pumped and like stoked. He's like, that's awesome. And Lance is like, hey kid, where's your parents?
We found them too.
He found his parents. Like, hey, you mind if we put your kid in the video? So now we might be able to show his face. It might sign a release.
You got a star in your hands, mom.
Yeah, exactly. But the traction it got on social is crazy. Like I just tweeted a picture of the wave pool and I got 1 million impressions.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes, just a picture of the wave.
Well, I feel like those.
A lot of people shitting on the people and shit.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
but I do feel like the ones in China, because they have those giant wave pools in China. There's actually, what's that HBO show? You like it, where they have the it's where they're like the church people, like the New Age
Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones. Like the opening scene of that is in a Chinese wave pool where they're doing like mass baptisms.
Really?
It's really funny. And but every once in a while, the Chinese ones go viral because it's huge. The wave pools are enormous, and it's kind of like sardines, like you were saying in the hot tub. But imagine being that packed close together, and it's all a wave pool.
It's a wave of humans.
Yeah,
you're drowning in.
No, like crowds are hell. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you're in a line, if you're sometimes at too crowded a bar, a concert, or at a water park. Crowds are hell.
Yeah.
So it's just that will never change.
And it's like the only place where I like will suck it up is like a sporting event. Like that's like going to Wrigley, I'm going to the Blackhawks. Like it's going to be.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, then we can wrap this up. Shout out to Portillo's, the Portillo's Palace. We'll be here all week, so that's our first show we've done out here, and there will be many more. So we will.
Let's go see if Dave burnt down the whole kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat.
We'll see you guys next time.